Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Whirlwind Heights forecast center update. And in today's forecast, I'm going to discuss a monster heat wave that is coming to the Great Plains over the next 7 days that literally no one is talking about. That could bring on life-threatening heat. We're talking temperatures in isolated locations up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. We're also talking about some heat in extreme southwest of the United States, which can also get up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. It's still quite hot, but it is I wouldn't say it's anything historic in that case, because it's in the southwest. But we're also going to talk about Tropical Storm Bertha, which honestly, I see coastal flooding being a bigger concern than what a lot of people are saying. And also, we're going to talk about Hurricane Pasto in the Pacific Ocean. So without much more to talk about this intro, let's roll the forecast. Alright guys, normally I go into the SPC outlook first, but in this case we need to talk about Tropical Storm Bertha, which is literally about to make landfall on Louisiana. By the time you're watching this, it may have already made landfall on there, and it may have already made landfall on there by now. And how can you even call that a tropical storm? Way far to the south. I'm so confused by this. I'm not sure how much flooding there is now. I said in the intro how this could cause flooding, but so much of this hurricane, or not hurricane, tropical storm got shredded off. Alright, well, be aware if you're on the coastline of Louisiana. Alright, now let's go into our SPC outlooks. Starting off with today's SPC outlook, here in eastern Virginia and northern North Carolina, we have a slight risk of severe weather, including a 2% tornado risk, our damaging wind risk 15%, which is driving our slight risk, and then our hail risk doesn't exist, or not exist, up here in Maine. So we have a marginal threat of severe weather scraped all across the East Coast and into New England. And tomorrow's risk of severe weather is the general risk of thunderstorms. So severe weather is very low tomorrow. We could see some severe weather here Wednesday in North Dakota and northern Minnesota, but that's going to be extremely isolated as well. And then no more data after that. So after a crazy stretch of severe weather, we're going quiet again. Because yesterday was a wild day of severe weather. Dude, Kentucky has been so quiet. It's been such a quiet year of tornadoes. Kentucky's not even seeing a strong tornado until up to now. And there was also a tornado near Youngstown, Ohio, that was strong. I'm not sure what the tornado readings are yet, but we're going to get those in soon. But I've made whole YouTube shorts dedicated specifically to that outbreak and specific tornadoes of that outbreak. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Alright, now let's go over Hurricane Pasto, which is now downtrended. And yeah, it's downtrended and is only expected to be a Category 2 hurricane for a little bit. Dang, it feels like everything right now in the weather world is downtrending this morning. But that's Hurricane Pasto, which does look very organized. However, there's literally another risk of tropical development right behind this, with a 30% chance of development in the next 2 days. And next week, there's a 90% chance of development. So chances are that's going to happen. And so, but still, if you're traveling through this area, you probably need to delay your plan or make a way around this area, because it is a hurricane. A hurricane is a hurricane. and this doesn't even say dates on it, so for when it will end and stuff. Alright, and then there's a 60% medium chance of development out here and way up here in the north in the next week or so. So, I mean, like, that. I mean, if you delay it enough, it could be typhoon mode. But correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah. All right, now let's go over our models, and I'll continue to show you what on the GFS what this is going to look like here. So yeah, all right. So this is Hurricane Fasu, which looks like your classic tropical storm. Another tropical storm will form right behind this. Looks like if you live in Baja, California, I'd get ready, because what the GFS is showing is of this going directly into of this shifting last second away from Baja, California. If it doesn't shift, then it goes directly into it. But I mean, this is a long-range model, so I'm not completely sure. Honestly, if you live anywhere on the west coast of Mexico or in Baja, California, you need to be ready, because this is close enough to cause coastal flooding, some high waves, and what the GFS shows here, literally another hurricane forms right behind that. But yeah, I'd get ready anywhere on the west coast of Mexico or in Baja, California for high waves. Alright, and let's now go over the temperatures. Or real quick, I'm going to go over this. And as you can see, it's literally almost as if the rain is staying away from the coast. Like, I don't even know how, I mean, like, this tropical storm is so disorganized. If I was looking at this without knowing this was a tropical storm, the first thing I'd say was like a big blob of rain or something, a big blob of precipitation, not anything tropical. That's how badly shredded off this area is. I mean, how can you even call that a tropical storm? Alright, but we're now going to go over temperatures, and for this one, I actually want to use, real quick, I'm going to make sure there's no other tropical disturbances. And for this one, I'm going to use the NAM. There it is. Alright, when this slows, I'm going to cover the heat wave. Alright, and here we go. Alright, so complete. Alright. So yeah, we do have a heat wave that's originated from Texas, and it actually was in Arkansas at one point, where temperatures were like up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, they're gonna also be up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit in isolated locations, as you can see here, across Texas. So it is gonna be incredibly hot up there. And this is gonna quickly shift to the Great Plains. One second, guys. This is kind of laggy. It looks like there'll be a temporary break before this heat wave gets active again, where temperatures isolated up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit could be happening in both northern Oklahoma and South Dakota. So yeah, again, if you live anywhere in the Great Plains, you gotta get ready. There is a massive heat wave coming, and we're gonna continue to update you on the heat here. Alright guys, and that will be it for today's forecast. If you enjoyed today's forecast, share this forecast, and we'll see you guys in the next